Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we decode the confusing world of business. And today we're diving into a report that is basically a company saying, oops, we messed up our old numbers. NITCHES Inc. has just filed a very interesting document in 8K, which is usually for major company news. And this news is that their past financial reports, specifically for the fiscal year ending August 31, 2023, and possibly some quarterly reports from that year, can no longer be trusted. It's like finding out that the math homework you turned in last week was all wrong and now you have to redo it. So what happened? Well, the company's board, after talking with their management and their accounting firm, RBSML, realized there were some big mistakes. These errors all came down to how they handled a few tricky things: non-cash interest, which is interest that isn't paid in cash but is still owed, changes they made to debt they owed, and how they valued stock they gave out. Management believes these mistakes might have made the company's financial picture look better than it actually was. That's a pretty big deal for investors who rely on these numbers to make decisions. It means the profits or losses they reported might have been wrong, and that can shake confidence. Because of this, NITCHES Inc. is now going to restate these old financial statements. They're basically going to correct the math errors and reissue them. They'll amend their previous annual reports on Form 10K and any quarterly reports on Form 10K and any quarterly reports on Form 10Q that were affected. They say they'll do this as soon as they can. Their new accounting firm, RBSML, will be the one doing the audit on these corrected numbers. This whole process means that anything investors have been looking at for that fiscal year 2023 is now considered unaudited and potentially unreliable until the new statements are out. Basically, treat those old numbers with extreme caution. This whole situation falls under what's called a restatement in the financial world. Companies usually try to avoid these because they signal internal control problems and can lead to a loss of investor trust. It's a red flag that something wasn't done right in their accounting processes. Now, most of an 8K isn't about exciting financial figures, it's more about the facts and filings. But the important part for us today is understanding the why behind this filing, and that's the problematic financial statements. There's not a lot of juicy financial data to dig into in this specific filing, as it's about correcting past data, not presenting new current data. However, the core takeaway is this announcement about the restatement itself. Thinking about NITCHES Inc., they operate in the fashion industry, focusing on unique and branded apparel. Companies in this sector often deal with inventory management, supply chain costs, and brand perception. When accounting errors like the ones mentioned, interest treatments, derivative liabilities, and stock valuations come up, it can point to complex financial instruments or rapid company growth that outpace their accounting systems. Valuing stock issuances, especially in a growing or volatile company, can be tricky business. What does this mean for you as an investor or someone just interested in how businesses work? It means that the financial health of NITCHES Inc., as previously reported for fiscal year 2023, is now under a cloud of doubt. Investors need to wait for the corrected financial statements to get a true picture of the company's earnings, assets, and liabilities during that period. This kind of announcement can also affect a company's stock price. If investors lose confidence because of accounting issues, they might sell their shares, driving the price down. It also raises questions about management's oversight and the effectiveness of their internal accounting controls. Was this an honest mistake, or is there something more serious going on? The restatement process will hopefully clear that up. When a company restates its financials, it's a signal to be extra diligent. It's not necessarily the end of the world for NITCHES Inc., but it is a serious event that requires careful watching. We'll need to see what the restated financials actually show and whether they confirm the company's explanation for the errors. The fact that they've brought in a new accounting firm, RBSML, to finalise the audit of the restated periods might be a positive sign. It could indicate they're serious about getting their accounting house in order and ensuring future reports are accurate. So, to wrap up, NITCHES Inc. is telling the world that its financial reports from August 2023 and possibly some quarters that year are wrong and need to be fixed. They're going to restate them because of mistakes in accounting for interest, debt changes, and stock values. Investors, you'll need to wait for the updated reports to get the real story. What's your take on this accounting oopsie from NITCHES Inc. and what it might mean for their future? Let us know in the comments below. If finding these kinds of insights is helpful for you, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder. We break down these complex filings so you don't have to. And hey, we've got a great community over on Discord too. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.